Hey guys, let's hit the mute button there. Welcome
There we
to
go.
episode 8 of
The weird
of the
turn
Weird Turd
pro.
Pro.
I am Mo Strummel in Nashville,
I am Jason.
Tennessee, where it's a little warm today.
I'm Jason Winfield from Lamont, PA, and this week we have with us William Ryan from State College, PA. Welcome, William.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. This is awesome.
How's
So-
everything
When
up
it
there
gets
with you?
weird. It's fantastic. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Turned into a beautiful day. It was a little overcast, but yeah, it's warm. This is real warm for our.
Yeah,
It went from winter to summer. It was snowing like 2 weeks ago, but it's fantastic.
it is good. So, what have you been up to just recently? Right before we go into one of these songs, what are something that you've done in the last, say, week that might have been exciting?
Well, spent a lot of time at my cabin. It was exciting. Had some cousins come up. We had a really, really good time. Found my first rattlesnake of the year.
Nice.
But I feel like I do a lot of GIS work on the computer. That's what I'm doing in my master's, and I'm using this conservation practice tool. So it's tough to tell you something exciting that I've done in the past week because I've been doing that 8 hours a day, all day long. So, yeah.
Excellent. So, let's get right into this. What's your first song, and if you want to tell us something about it, and let's hear what you got.
I think I'm going to do a song called Pennsylvania Grass that I wrote because these mountain laurels are about to bloom. And I talk about that in the song. It's my favorite time of year when the summer comes. Yeah, so song called it's called Pennsylvania Grass. It's tough to pinpoint. It's one of those ones that I'm like really I'm not sure where I was when it came. I wrote it fast, which is really weird for me. I'll usually a lot of these tunes that I have, I started maybe wrote a chorus, maybe wrote a little pick line for 10 years ago, and I'm revisiting them now and finishing them off, or maybe adding a verse here or there, which is cool. I was joking recently with someone about that because I was like, well, if I hadn't started writing them that long ago, I wouldn't have any material now because it takes me so long to write songs. But no, this Pennsylvania Grass came quick, and I'm not sure really where it came from. I get a lot of inspiration about going out to my cabin. That's in Moshannon State Forest in Clearfield County. But I think just in general, just moving, I got out of the Marine Corps in 2016. I moved back to State College to go to Penn State. And I have I realized I had like a new appreciation for Pennsylvania. Its beauty, all of the state parks. We have more state parks than I think anybody. So that's generally where that song or this song I'm about to play comes from.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Let's hear
Yeah.
it. This sounds
Yeah.
great.
Thank you. This is Pennsylvania Grass. I'm often torn between if I should go or rather should I stay. It's not a bad choice or wrong answer when you know you'll always come home anyway. You never know its glory till your story has you leave it all behind. Leaves that special kind of lonely, growing slowly, weighing gently on your mind. There's beauty in Virginia, but the roads won't ever last. And I can see those spirits staring every battlefield I pass. Carolina calls me much like Texas often has. But I'll take Pennsylvania over California grass. Given just one choice, place and time, I'll tell you where I'd go. Down a road called Caledonia, on a blinding bed of freshly fallen snow.
quiet midnight stroll, guided only by the full moon, shining moon. When the rain brings on the summer, and the summer lets that mountain glow bloom. There's beauty in Virginia, but the roads won't ever last, and I can see those spirits stare in every battlefield I pass. Carolina calls me much like Texas often has, but I'll take Pennsylvania over California pass. There's beauty in Virginia, but the roads won't ever last, and I can see those spirits stare in every battlefield I pass. Carolina calls me much like Texas often has, but I'll take Pennsylvania over California grass. Yeah, I'll take Pennsylvania over California grass.
That is great. So, is this a
There
song
it
you
is.
entered into the PA songwriter competition?
No,
Oh, wow.
and I was planning on it. Yeah, actually, yeah. So I entered a song called 4 Mile Road, which I'll play for you. Um, and in the meantime, I wrote this song, and so I played it at the Smoke Country Jam Bluegrass Festival. You know, they let me play the song I won with the 4 Mile Road song, and they let me play an extra one. I played this one, and I was like, oh, this is gonna win this year. You know? But they canceled it. But so
Damn.
we'll enter it next time.
There you go. It gets you that much
Well, that
better
was it.
performing it. That's a beautiful song. That is a beautiful
Yeah,
song.
that was a really good
Thank you.
song.
Yeah.
I love the
It's one of my
guitar work
favorites.
on that also. It's really pretty and really it does kind of put me up in the Tussey Mountain Ridge there. So beauty.
Good, yeah.
It was very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
So the song contest, or I'm going to push your next song. So unless that's not
Oh,
what you
yeah.
want to play.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, that
Can
was
you-
cool. Go ahead.
Can you tell us a little bit about what that process was?
Yeah. So I was working. Well, I was still studying, but I was working at the Penn State's Ag and Environment Center, where I still work now. And a woman I work with, Anna Marie Nachman, sent me a post for entries. You know, a little flyer that was recruiting people to enter the songwriting contest. Sent that to me, and she said, "You should enter this. I think you could win." And she had me play at her place. They do a lot of shows out there. That was the first time I played publicly in a long time. And
And where was
so
it? Where was that again?
where
was that again?
Anna Marie, I'm trying to remember the name of her property. It's a great campsite. They have people come in and book them, and their campsites out there, and they have a property just kind of outside of Kylertown.
Okay.
But they have musicians. They have a summer concert series, and she had me play one night. And Anna Marie, I'm sorry if I'm forgetting the name of the business. It's driving me nuts.
Our
But, I'm
producer will
sorry.
look that up and we'll have it for you in a couple minutes.
No, please. I'm just blanking right now. But so she really encouraged me to play, and so I played out there. And again, that was a really weird experience for me. I haven't played for anyone in a long time, but everyone there, there's a little crowd there, and they responded really well. So, but I entered this song called 4 Mile Road, which is a road off of 153 in Clearfield, off of 80 that takes you right to our cabin. I went out there. I mean, everyone's, especially I had some rough semesters where I was just super stressed out. I would drive out there for like an hour. It's an hour drive, and I would just sit at the porch and come back. And I had just done that, and I came back and wrote the chorus of that song. And over the next couple of weeks, I wrote the rest of it, and hadn't recorded anything. So I didn't have much of a recording to send to them. So I sat for like 30 or 40 minutes trying to get a decent recording on my iPhone and the voice memos. And so eventually I was just, screw it. And I was about to go to Sweden for a month. And so I just sent it off because I was about to hit the deadline. And I got back and got an email saying, you won first place. And I was like, this is crazy. It's awesome. I mean,
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Belated congratulations.
Yes, very nice.
But
Yep,
that's
very good work.
excellent.
yeah, thank you. I was really proud of that. And it was a lot of fun. The Smoke Country Bluegrass Festival, Smoke Country Jam Bluegrass Festival in Cross Fork, Pennsylvania. That was cool. Never been to a kind of like a low key bluegrass festival like that. It was a whole lot of fun. My friend and I from the fire department went up there and camped out a night and just had a blast. I knew nothing about the bluegrass circuit, the summer festival circuit. Met a lot of really cool people. Drank too much moonshine.
Goes with the territory.
Yeah. It was a blast.
That's awesome. Well, do you want to play
Excellent.
the song for us?
Yeah, we'll do 4 Mile Road. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's 4 Mile Road.
One by one, stars receding like headlights fading through the fallen trees. There's no returning if you never leave. The city waits to break you back down to your knees, but you can't stay away. If anything's true, too few minutes, too much to do. A, B, C, Z, as lost keys. Really don't lose your mind. Sickly crown, I can't miss more like a sandstone soil on the Susquehanna shore. I'm trying to find the time somehow. I need the mountain breeze and I need it right now, but it won't be long. Those old stone walls getting high on the porch while the coyotes call. If there were a heaven, sure look a little something like this. There's nothing here. The thing missing now is you. The dust cloud breath of the gravel road feels like home. And the 4 mile feels like 1,000 years driving me alone. So I got the money, if you got an hour, Simon B. selling his native flower. These be the last words out of my mouth. West on 80 or 99 south. Clearfield County line, Young Mountain Road, and the dying pine. Highest point east of Mississippi, right on time. Yes, there's nothing here. The thing missing now is you. Where the dust cloud breath of the gravel road feels like home. And the 4 mile feels like 1,000 years driving. Yeah, the 4 mile feels like 1,000 years driving.
Nice. I can actually see
good, very
I can
good.
see the dust cloud behind me right now. Thank you. That was great. Great visuals.
That's what we
It's nice.
like.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That's what we like,
Thank
the
you.
imagery, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hear the
Ah.
truck tires on the gravel as it's
Hey,
going
let me
down
ask
the
you-
road.
Let me
Yeah, I
throw
gotta
some
clean
words
my
out
truck
there.
every time.
There you
Yeah.
go. Oak Mountain Hideaway.
Oak Mountain
Is
Hideaway.
that familiar?
Yes.
Is that it? Okay. All right.
Yes. Oak Mountain
So a
Hideaway.
shout out. Yeah. So a shout out for Anna Marie there, Oak Mountain Hideaway, the birthplace of William Ryan songs. That's what we're gonna. That's how she
Yeah.
should bill it
Yes.
now on the sign, right?
yeah.
The birthplace
Yeah.
of
He's
William
gonna have to
Ryan
put a
songs.
sign up. The place is awesome.
Award-winning.
Exactly.
And I think they won an award for like a best kind of hip campsite. I mean, they have a beautiful property. They have elk. They have an awesome little cabin you can rent. They built, Oak Mountain Hideaway.
That's
Awesome.
fantastic.
That's
All
excellent.
right, good. I'm glad we
know
got
about
that
it.
out there. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But
Excellent.
see, I have a producer sitting on the other side of me. That's my wife. She does all the hard work. I just get to sit here in front of the camera and play a little bit and listen to your music. So, but this leads us into our little contest that we do each week. I think since we're talking
Yes.
about the area up there, so I think it's time to play My Hometown. I don't have a graphic for this yet. We will next week, I think. So it's time to play.
do it.
Yeah, my producer has just put her head in her hands because she really doesn't want to have to push more buttons. But there you go. So let's talk about your hometown. You are, there are a lot of people that live in State College that it's not their hometown, but that's your hometown, State College,
That'll be
right?
me.
I claim Clearfield and State College because I was born in Clearfield. And
Okay.
I sort of grew up going back and forth, but I've spent enough time here to say that I can claim.
Well, I wish I'd known that about Clearfield because I have some really obscure questions about Clearfield that we could have
Oh, so
stumped
those
you on.
I might
That
not
would've
get
been fun.
right. Yeah, and I'll probably get more fun for getting those wrong too.
All right. Well, we'll stick with State College, and we just want you to know that you're playing for one of these, right? Which is
Okay.
our Stay Weird Turn Pro mug. That anybody can actually order on our website because we have some merchandise on our website. But we're going to send you one of these if you can answer 2 out of 3 questions correctly about State College. How's that sound?
That sounds awesome. I'm ready.
All right, Jason's going to keep score for us. So here's the first one. I think this one is pretty easy. We'll see where you go with it. You're going to Penn State, right? Is that where are you studying there?
You just
yeah.
graduated, right?
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
your
I
master's
just-
degree now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you writing a thesis right now?
not yet. No, I just
Not yet?
started.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck with that. So we
Thank
won't
you.
see
I'm
you
gonna
for
need
a
it.
couple months. That's okay. So State College is home to Penn State, obviously. So when was Penn State founded?
Oh, geez. Okay.
Your hint is it's on the
18.
logo.
It is in the logo.
Do
18.
do 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 do.
92.
Okay. He's within 40 years,
1880.
right? Is that, you're saying zero?
I
Okay.
can't give
He's
you
not
that.
giving you that one.
1855.
1855. Oh my gosh. I can see it on the logo now. Oh my goodness.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
All right.
should just-
Here, this one should be easy if you grew up in State College. What's the name of the pool by the high school?
Oh, Welsh
The
Pool.
public pool. Yeah, okay.
Pool.
Do you
There
know
we
who
go.
that's named after?
Have you seen that place recently?
Yeah,
God.
it's like
unbelievable.
it's like an amusement park, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. I want to say like Jim Welsh, but he was my principal in middle school, or in elementary school. He just had the same name.
We remember him, I think. I remember him being around town. Yeah.
I think Jim.
But you're right. It's named
But no,
after a Welch. Yeah. And I got a
Yeah.
hint for you. I think it's
For superintendent of the
it's
high school or
The
stuff.
It's
first
one of the
names
ways
should be
we-
pretty easy.
pretty easy for you.
Oh, William Welsh.
Right. So
Of
he was a
course.
former mayor of State College. Right.
Okay.
All right. Name the town you have to go to climb Mount Nittany. Where would you go if you wanted to climb? Got to go where?
Right?
That's right. Where is
Yeah.
he? Jason, where's he at? What has he got? What's his score?
He started poorly. He had nothing on the first one, which was probably the easiest question in our minds when we first started thinking up this quiz. And he got number 2, so he got 1 point for that, and he got a half a point for at least knowing the last name of the former mayor that the thing was named for. And he got the second one. So he got 2 out of 3 for the total on the
All right.
on the My
Ben, you are
Hometown quiz. You are the
You are now
newest
the proud
winner
owner of one of these.
Yes.
of a handled mason jar.
There you go.
That's awesome. I just noticed it
So,
said "Stay Weird, Turn Pro." I like that. Yeah.
All right. So back to you, Jason. Get us back into
Awesome.
the music here.
How about this? So you just worked on what's your next song? We're just going to go straight there because we talked a lot.
I'm gonna do
What do you got
a
for
song
us?
called "The Ground," which
Ground.
is fairly new.
Awesome.
Tell you what, I was just telling Mo when we were doing our soundtrack on Monday. So I was out at the cabin. My voice just cracked. My perfect example of what I was just about to preface this with. Might be a tough one for me to yell out. We had a few drinks last week, and I feel like I'm losing the voice, but we're gonna stretch it. But this song's called "The Ground." It's one of the newer ones I wrote. I probably wrote it 2 months ago.
Okay.
Again, super interesting. I don't have many new ones, and they're all songs I wrote a long time ago. I'm not sure where it came from. We were doing some. I don't know if I want to admit this necessarily. But we were doing some.
It's up to you, man. I'm not.
The show's called The Weird Turn Pro, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. No. I think part of the chorus came from. We're doing some truck company training. I belong to the fire company here, and we were just sticking the ladder straight up in the air, and I was like second in line to climb up, and I've been a fireman for a while, but we're doing aircraft rescue stuff in the Marine Corps, not ladders. We never had ladders. So it was like 75 feet, and my friend went ahead of me, and he just said, "Stick it straight up in the air," and I wasn't going to be the one to say, "Can you lower it just a little bit?"
Yep.
So I just climbed, and it wasn't a big deal. Just it's all. I mean, I think maybe more than even 50% of courage is just pretending like you're not scared, and just doing it. So
Everybody's scared. Yep.
yeah, so I was thinking about that later because there were a couple guys who didn't. Anyways, that's kind of where the chorus came from. So there's really no that's about all I can say where the song came from, and I kind of filled the rest in as I went. But
Outstanding.
Awesome.
that and kind of carving your own path. We'll go with that. But this one's called "The Ground."
Close my eyes to hide the fear, abandon my disguise. Oh, ye who enter here, some do lines, some will pray and they don't realize it's fine to go alone on your own way, on a trail that knows no bounds, from the most familiar town. What is there to be scared of now? Is it the climb or the fear of falling down, or the ground? We had it run. You melt my eyes like snowflakes falling on the sun. How love will cut you down to size. Don't even try. You hear them dead, don't waste your time with why. Just lift your head and whistle down the trail that knows no bounds, from the most familiar to be scared of now. Is it the climb or the fear of falling down, or the ground? On a trail that knows no bounds, from the most familiar town. What is there to be scared of now? Is it the climb or the fear of falling down or the ground?
That is a
Caught me.
nice piece.
Thank you.
Nice.
Very good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That was
It's amazing where the song takes you after having been given the story of where it kind of came from. So
Yeah.
that's
Of
a
course,
nice.
definitely comes from climbing that ladder. But I think I was going to, I don't know. I've kind of always strayed a little bit.
Yeah. It's where it takes you once it starts moving. But knowing the initial inspiration and then seeing what you ended up with is a really, really neat juxtaposition on where you were. So I'm going to throw it over to Mo real quick to talk about.
So the first thing I want to mention is you've seen us put up a couple things here. Bill's social's been up there, so if you want to follow him, we'll throw that back up there again while he's playing. Also, we have his tip jar up here, so if you want to provide a tip to Bill for his performance today, a lot of musicians don't have the chance to play out right now, so one of the reasons we're doing this is to afford them a good opportunity to let you hear their music and reward them for what you're hearing. I do want to mention that earlier today, Facebook, when I was working some stuff, it did look like Facebook was having some hiccups. So if it's locking up on you while you're watching right now, I'm sorry. It should just be temporary. There's so many people live streaming right now, so some of the sites are getting a little tired. But hopefully we can work all that out. We're going to tell you how to get on the show right now. Joan's going to put up our Weird Turn Pro instructions. So if you're a singer-songwriter and you would like to be on the show with us for an episode, just email us at weird@weirdpros.com. You should definitely send us links to your music, a good email, and your phone number. And if we like what we hear, we'll be in touch. Take a snapshot of this if you want. That's the easiest way to remember this stuff. There are some rules here. No tracks. We want you to perform it live and in the raw. It's about the song. Unless you're quarantining together, we prefer you do this solo until all this crap is over. And remember that the internet is not instant. I shouldn't have written that way. The internet is not instantaneous. So even though our platform is pretty good, we can't do duets from different places right now because we can't sync them up. So anything you're seeing where people are playing together, that's usually pre-recorded and they do it that way. But just that's the reminder for you. But we would love to hear from you if you would like to be on here. We're about having fun. You've seen some of the things that we're doing. We kind of goof around a little bit, but it is about the music. We do want, we are looking for really good songwriters, and I think you'll agree that we're on episode 8, and I don't think we've missed yet. So I feel pretty good about everybody we've had on, and William is absolutely adding to our list of successes here. So I'm really happy about that. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's get back to this.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So what we're going to do now, William, to give you a chance to recuperate from last weekend for at least just a little snippet of time, we're going to throw the camera over to Mo. He's going to play a song to give you a break from having to necessarily look at me for a while, and to give yourself a chance to sit back and not worry about the rest of the world looking at you.
Great. I can't wait.
Yeah, this is the chance that we give our songwriters to just step away from the video for a minute so they can take care of anything they have to take care of. So I'm going to do a song for you. This is actually a brand new song. Nobody's ever heard it before. Well, Jason has heard it, but and Rose has heard it, but that's about it, my wife. But nobody's ever heard this before, and I may actually mess up some of the words, so you'll have to forgive me because it is actually brand new. And it's really about not being able to let go. That's what it's about. So. She called me from outside of Salinas. She said she got herself into a mess. If I could send some jack, she'd surely pay me back. But I know that's not the way this ends. She said she'd always love me. She's always thinking of me. My friends all say it's true. There's nothing I can do. And I'm a fool for loving her. She called me from somewhere in Ohio with some broke eye and a broke down El Camino. And if I could pick them up, she loved me oh so much. Yeah, I know that's not the way this ends. She said she'd always love me. She's always thinking of me. My friends all say it's true. There's nothing I can do. And I'm a fool for loving her. The spell she has on me is like a lasso on my arm, and I just can't break free. She tears my will apart. She said she'd always love me. She's always thinking of me. My friends all say it's true. There's nothing I can do. And I'm a fool for loving her. Yeah, I'm a fool for loving
Oh man.
Yeehaw.
That was awesome.
It's a great
That's,
song.
that's what comes from a couple weeks of listening to Dwight Yoakam's show on Sirius XM and him playing a whole bunch of Ricky Nelson songs. So that's what happens
yeah.
when you do that.
That was
Ricky
awesome.
Nelson. I've been meaning to. Is it Lonely Town? I love that song. I've been meaning to
Yes. Yes.
learn that.
Yep.
There's a place
Um,
where lovers go.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. We're going to expect that next time we have
Yeah.
you on. We'll see if we can get that licensed for a cover. We'll try that
Yeah.
out. So,
There you go. That's
right.
awesome. So,
That was
yeah.
awesome.
wow. Sorry, I got lost in a song. I'm completely lost at the moment. But
Well,
hey,
let's
welcome
give
back,
William
William.
another chance here. Let's
we
give
go.
Bill a chance to swing something for us. What do you got on the docket next for us?
I'm gonna do a song called "Unfortunate Son," and I wrote this is one of those over 10 years written kind of thing, but I wrote this chorus, scribbling it on like the letter writing paper that they give to you on Parris Island when you're in boot camp. They give you this Marine Corps
Wow.
letterhead, Parris Island letterhead, letter writing gear, and I was scribbling this chorus when I could, They didn't finish it for a long time. And then I was in Okinawa for 2 years, and while I was there, one of my good friend Eric Owens, his brother was killed in Afghanistan while we were there, and so that was it was a pretty intense experience. I was like, we are doing shift work like any fire department would do, and he was on the other shift, and my section leader called me in the office, Corporal Ryan, and I was yelling. I heard that all day long, Corporal Ryan. And I ran in there, and there was like our couple of master sergeants, our OIC, everyone. They're like, you got to go. We're taking you to the barracks. You got to go talk to, got to talk to Eric. And I didn't know what happened, but so that this song is, wasn't always will be dedicated to him, his brother Blake. It's called "Unfortunate Son." Blake Owens, they gave him the Navy Cross for saving his sergeant who was wounded, and he went out and dragged him out, and he was shot in doing so. But that's who this song is always for. It's called "Unfortunate Son." And if you give me 1 second, I need to fix my harmonicky.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Ship me out, ship me over to Afghanistan. Let me shoulder my rifle, let me play in the sand. Send me love, write me letters, you feel alone. Take my word, I can't promise that I'm coming home. Young private, little devil, unfortunate son. You wear no ranked insignia, you're just an E1. And there's some outlaws in the desert who will blow you sky high. You say you're ready to fight, are you ready to die? So ship me out, ship me over to Afghanistan. Let me shoulder my rifle, let me play in the sand. Send me love, write me letters, you feel alone. Take my word, I can't promise that I'm coming home. On patrol back in March, the convoy was stopped. The market was empty and both roads were blocked. Buried deep in the roadside was a punk IED. Moved the privates from the turret like a leaf from a tree. So ship me out, ship me over to Afghanistan. Let me shoulder my rifle, let me play in the sand. Send me love, write me letters, you feel alone. Take my word, I can't promise that I'm coming home. On a big C-130, he's headed back to the States, but he rides home in silence, unaware of his fate. In a flag-draped casket, he won't travel alone, 'cause there's a young Marine waiting to carry him home. So ship me out, ship me over to Afghanistan. Let me shoulder my rifle, let me play in the sand. Send me love, write me letters, you feel alone. Take my word, I can't promise that I'm coming home. Take my word, I can't promise that I'm coming home.
Excellent.
Wow.
You know,
great song.
I have some thoughts that popped into my head while you were playing that. I just want to get them out of my head and let
Yeah,
you
go
hear
ahead,
them.
please.
The things that you're juxtaposing in the chorus makes the chorus out. I mean, to me, it's outstanding because
Thank you.
playing in the sand. Yeah, that's not what you're doing. That's not what
Yeah.
you're really doing there. I mean those words and saying those things, and then love letters. That the juxtaposition of all that is really strong in the chorus for me. And so, I really like this song. And the other thing was, I actually said this across the table to the producer is that if I substitute the word Vietnam for Afghanistan right now, I'm back at Woodstock with that song. I mean, that song could have been on the stage at Woodstock. So what that says to me is that unfortunately, this is
Recurring.
a construct that we will always be dealing with, right? We will never be, as much as we want to say that there'll never be war, that's not true, and we all know it, deep down in our hearts. And so this song, you just wrote it, in my mind, you just wrote a timeless song because it's people could hear this 30 years from now when we're in some other place that we really don't want to be sending folks to, but they got to go because that's their job, right? So, so 30 years from now, this song could still mean the same thing. So it's timeless in my mind. It does, you can sing about a specific thing, but that doesn't mean it's not timeless. So,
Yeah.
very good.
Well, thank you
Loved
so
it.
much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Very
that. That
touching.
means a lot. Thank you.
And so now that I got all that heavy, we should do something light, right? So we should play What Are You Drinking?
Yes. What are you drinking,
All right.
sir?
I'm drinking a Trogs, not as local as you could get, but still a Pennsylvania beer.
There you
Trogs.
go.
That Hogs
Yeah.
or Trogs Haze Charmer.
Haze
Oh,
Charmer.
all right. Very nice. Very nice. I'm gonna let Jason go last because he's got a new one actually, and I still have my, we're quarantined, so I only get out so often, but I always order stuff from Tennessee Brew Works, and I'm still on the Wildwood Flower. This is actually, I already drank all mine, so this is one of Jones. So I'm sitting here drinking
There you
one of
go.
her beers, but I love it, right? So it's
Yeah,
good.
thank
All
you.
their
Thank
beers
you
are
for
great.
taking me to the Carter family. That's all good.
Yeah.
And I am drinking the
There you go.
Pilatus Pilsner from Axeman Brewing.
Nice.
Man. All right.
Nice, it's nice and light and ready for lawn work, as you might want to say. So take that.
Yeah.
There's a free.
No, thanks for reminding me about that part. Yeah. Okay. Good.
I mowed the lawn earlier because I think we're getting rain for the rest of the weekend.
All right.
Yeah, we are. Unfortunately, haven't tried Axeman yet. I think Luke just got them to do a sponsorship on one of his interviews.
Yeah,
Good.
Band Junkies.
yeah.
Shout out to the
You
Band
want to
Junkies.
give us a little rundown on what the Band Junkies are, so we can actually
Yeah. While we're talking about that.
you're
Yeah.
supporting them with your shirt, and weren't they the sponsor of part of the reason you're having a hard time hitting high notes this week?
Probably. Yeah, Luke. So Luke had this kind of band that was just constantly evolving. Anyone who was jamming in Luke's basement was a band junkie, and they did some shows around town, and then that kind of, I don't want to say it fell apart, but Luke had this idea, and I remember we were sitting at the bar, and he was telling me about this idea that he had, and I was just telling him, hey, you got to change the name. You can't call it the Band Junkies. And he's just like, screw you, But he had this idea, and it was really cool to hear his initial idea, and then kind of come to watch it come to fruition and to what it is today. But just a platform, a website, a source of anything music, whether you want like music lessons or you're looking for a band to book for your venue. And he went all around town, every bar, pretty much every music venue you could think of in the center region, and told him who he was and what he was trying to do. And then, next thing he's booking, until all this happened, he had like every Saturday at Zeno's, he was booking the bands and all over the place, which was huge for me because part of it was a time thing, but I had no idea how to book book shows. I really didn't have at least this past
Right.
semester before, I didn't have the energy to beg for shows. And Luke was always, hey man, do you want to play here in the state? You want to play here in the state? And so I'm forever indebted to him for that, and still continues to do so, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And he
Oh,
makes
awesome.
sure, yeah, he gives everyone a shot, and he's doing such a great job.
Yeah,
He's doing awesome.
it's a really neat project. I
Mhm.
kind of watched it come from nothing to all of a sudden it was this like a blossom in town that was everything was band junkies. It's awesome. It's great
Yeah.
to see, and it's great to see the amount of original work that he's promoting through that
Yeah,
through to
definitely.
all of the venues and the venues that are actually looking for original work that he's able to supply that need to. So this is to you, Luke. Good work.
Yes.
That's
cheers.
fantastic. I just want to throw out his last name so everybody knows it's Simbala, right? Did I murder that, or is that right?
Luke
Simbala?
Simbala. That's
Luke
correct. Yeah.
Sambala.
Yeah. Okay. I just want
Yeah,
to
and
make
the
sure
band
that
junkies
gets
are on
out there.
Facebook and Instagram, and they do have a website.
Good.
And,
Yeah, he's all over the place, and he's doing a great job with that. So
Outstanding. Yeah.
excellent.
yeah,
So
he's doing an interview
Right.
series that-
Doug. Actually, Luke has checked in and said, what did he? Oh, he likes your shirt. That's what he said.
yeah, tell Bill I like his shirt. And by the way, Doug Irwin is still drinking Yingling Golden Pilsner.
Good
That's
to
not
know.
a good. That's not a bad beer, Doug.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Not at all.
He's staying right with us. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Excellent.
I have
So-
a pile of Golden Pilsner in the fridge at our camp that's been in there since last fall, easily. So it's getting there.
Well, yeah, I think we
Here
have a
it
group of
keeps.
people that'll meet you
Here
out
keeps.
there. You've told us how to get there.
Follow the 4 Mile Road.
Yeah. So, what do you have next for us as we're moving through the night?
Actually, I don't know if I want to go there now, but Mo, everything you said about the unfortunate song, I have another song that's pretty much about just that in particular that I would kind of like to play for you.
Let's hear it.
Because it pretty much addresses everything you said. And hopefully I can remember the words, because I certainly don't have them written down anywhere. But this is called Suits and Guns. It's about everything that Mo just said.
Wow.
What's missing from his face? I think it is his mouth. He no longer tastes the fruits and live a lifetime without. What's missing from his mouth? I think it is his tongue. He'll never speak a word of all the wicked things he's done. Well, it's just the way it is, the way it's always done. There's men who push the paper and there's men who carry guns. Well, it's just the way it is, no use in asking why. There's men who wear the suits and then there's men who sit and die. What's missing from his head? I think it is his brain. No, he'll never comprehend the total mess that it became. What's missing from his brain? I think it is his mind. And lost with it are those taken long before their time. Well, it's just the way it is, the way it's always done. There's men who push the paper and there's men who carry guns. Well, it's just the way it is, no use in asking why. There's men who wear suits and then there's men who sit and die. What's missing from his face? I think it is his eyes. He'll never see the lifeless faces to those to which he lied. What's missing from his eyes? The hollow sights of death. No, he'll never see a brother struggle for his dying breath. Well, it's just the way it is, the way it's always done. There's men who push the paper and there's men who carry guns. Well, it's just the way it is, no use in asking why. There's men who wear the suits and then there's men they send to die. Well, it's just the way it is, the way it's always done. There's men who push the paper and there's men who carry guns. Well, it's just the way it is, no use in asking why. There's men who wear the suits and then there's men they send to die. There's men who wear the suits and then there's men they send to die.
Yeah. I think it's appropriate for me to send this message to you from Justin right now. He says Semper Fi. So,
Justin, I love you, man.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
men who wear the suits and men you send to die. I got to tell you, you're I mean, I'm almost speechless right now because that's top of the line songwriting right there, my friend. That is, I don't think it gets much better than that. So that's very impressive. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. It's really good.
Well, yeah.
Thank you.
And I'm not. I think, it was years ago when you played, when we were running a bit of an open mic, and I think you played one of those songs at that point.
Yeah, I think probably The Unfortunate Son. I think I did that.
Yeah, and I mean, it stuck with me, and every time I hear your name, I remember the nature of that song and the construction of that song, and the fact that it is such a part of your life experience in a song that it's very, you kind of put yourself out there in a way that a songwriter has to, and congratulations to you for that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I really feel like I have to add. I mean, I've always been one who's felt like adventure leads to very good songwriting because go ahead, say yes, go do it, just take the adventure and do it because in the long run the adventure makes you a better songwriter. And there's no greater adventure, let's face it, there's no greater adventure than being a Marine. I mean, I mean that's like the ultimate adventure in my book. So and thank you for your service. And I mean, to me, I mean, these songs are really, they hit home. So not that I've had that experience. I'm not gonna pretend to even come close. But you're bringing that experience to us through the song. So it's pretty amazing. It's very good.
Well, I really appreciate all your comments. I mean, it's incredible to hear such feedback. But I will say, and I'm glad Justin chimed in because I did it for 8 years and it was an adventure, no doubt. But there's some of these experiences that I sing about, especially in Unfortunate Son for Blake, my buddy Eric's brother. Some of them come from experiences I didn't have. I didn't get to. There was a time and I regretted it for a long time, and I was kind of pissed about not getting to deploy with all my friends when the opportunity was there, and I don't regret it now. But so instead, I try to write songs and to sort of pay homage to all my buddies who did. Justin's certainly one of them. He's one of the best Marines I know. He's still in. Justin, hope you're listening. Also, Justin Blesky said he could kick your ass. Just recently told me. Anyway, but yeah, so that's for all those guys, because there's part of that. There's part of that experience that, and I had a lot of experience, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made. But there's still that part of it that I didn't have, in a sense. So
right.
So yeah. those songs, I mean, I think underneath it all are for all those guys.
Well, that's fantastic. We just before I think you got at least one more for us, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Sure.
But let me just touch on next week. We have coming up. We have Craig Marshall, who's a singer-songwriter out of Austin, Texas, who we connected with, and he's going to come on and State College is weird, but Austin might be weirder. So we'll see. We'll see how that show goes. It'll certainly be fun, and we'll see what happens. But for now, we're here with William Ryan. And I think William, Bill, we're gonna get everybody confused because we're gonna call them as many names as we can. But
I'm thinking about changing it to just
we're
a symbol.
Not good. Yeah. So we're gonna call him Bill, and Bill's yeah.
WR.
No, I think W belongs to somebody else, so we're not gonna give him that one. But we will. But we're gonna give him a chance to do another song here. So let's find out what you got here.
The song's called "Keys to the Kingdom." Another one I wrote, I think right after I left Okinawa. We raised some hell out there. Anyone who's ever been out there, and all the guys who are stationed there now know what I'm talking about. So part of it came from that, and then I wrote some verses. One I'm not going to play because I know I'm not going to remember it, because it's new yet. There, these words. Anyway, the verses are old. The chorus is brand new. I'm obsessed with this chorus. Is that arrogant to say? It's just a great chorus. Let me just tell you.
No.
No, but I love it a lot. So that's why I'm with it. So it's not finished, I guess, per se, but it's called Keys to the Kingdom.
Let's hear what you got.
I've been searching for the fountain, too many days for counting. My eyes are long but blinded by the sun. I can hear the thunder pounding from atop the sacred mountain. Now I'm back to where my journey has begun. You say you're locked outside the kingdom when you've always had the keys. Well, it's hard to stand with head in sand and toes up in the breeze. I'd rather die in hunger than live crawling on my knees. Hear the chorus for the voices, hear the chorus for the trees. Well, I've had my share of stitches. Went from rocks to rags to riches. I tried to plan before the sword broke again. Spent some time along the water, lost my soul to find my honor. Never judged the man who'd been where I had been. You say you're locked outside the kingdom when you've always had the keys. Well, it's hard to stand with head in sand and toes up in the breeze. I'd rather die in the cold on my knees. Hear the chorus for the voices, hear the chorus for the trees. Say you're locked outside the kingdom when you've always had the keys. Well, it's hard to stand with head in sand and toes up in the breeze. I'd rather die in hunger than live cold on my knees. Hear the voices
Nice.
I screwed up that chorus a
And
couple
we're
times.
back.
The first 2 times. That's like my favorite line. Hear the voices for the chorus, see the forest for the trees.
Yep.
That's what I was trying to say.
Good song.
Good song.
You
Nicely,
You know,
nicely
we're
placed together.
very fortunate. Yeah, we're very fortunate that you joined us today. This
Yes.
was a. I feel like this was a really good show, and I think your songs are, pretty
Yeah.
amazing. So.
Yeah, thank you.
I,
Thank
I
you
think
for
people
taking
might
the
hear
time.
these songs again. I think people might hear these songs again on a more national. I mean, we're national in theory, but
We're
on a bigger
international in
platform.
theory.
Yeah, we're international. We have listeners in Australia. Hi, folks down under.
Nice.
But
Morning, Michael.
yeah, you do have Michael is on watching, so they're there. It's very early in the morning there, but they actually came on to see you play, so that was very nice of those folks down there, and we really
Awesome.
appreciate it.
Thank you for coming. Everyone else, I
yeah.
can't see it, but
Yeah,
thank
well,
you
we
guys
hope
so much for having me on. Like, it's huge. I miss playing so much for people. There's nothing. I mean, I think that I do it because you get to see everyone, you get to interact with the audience,
Right.
And when like the things you're telling me right now, hearing how songs, people hear them differently, and they get something different out of them, and then you talk to them after you play, and they share that with you, like you all did. So allowing that to still happen while we're all stuck at home, and that's all thanks to you guys for having me on. I really, really appreciate it.
Well,
No,
I'm glad you
honor's ours.
said that
Thank you.
because that's exactly why we decided to do this. We're just doing it for fun, but we felt like there were people out there who didn't have a chance to be heard right now, and we're hopefully growing our viewership and everything, but we're hoping people are seeking out new music that they may not have heard yet that we think is fantastic. So that's why we're having these folks on, and we want you to hear it, and hopefully it spreads, and keep spreading the word. Tell people that they can hear. You may not have heard of this person, and you may not have heard them play before, but when you leave, you're going to be happy you did, and you're probably going to tell other people that you heard a great song today, and they should go find it. So that's kind of our goal, really. So we're really glad you came.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm really happy we had this time to spend together, and for our fans, maybe
For our
they're not
audience
fans,
members.
maybe they just happened to stumble on us. But for our audience members, we hope that you really enjoyed this, because we certainly did. And William, hopefully we'll connect again, and maybe after this is all over, when I come up to visit Jason and wreck his house while I'm up there, you can come over and play some songs with us, and we'll have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, that'd
up
be so
there,
much fun. Let's definitely do
Okay.
that. Yeah,
All right.
I do want to thank
Right.
Doug Irwin, for sending me. He's the one who sent the email to me and a few others, connecting us with you guys again. So thanks, Doug. Doug's an awesome singer, awesome songwriter.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give him a shout out too. But thank you so
Yes.
much for having me
Okay.
on.
Awesome.
All right,
Well,
fantastic. Well, folks, that's about it for tonight. William, once again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just remember, folks, as we'll be back next week with Craig Marshall, right? I don't think he's related to the Marshall Stacks, but we'll find out. Just remember, everybody, Hunter S. Thompson said, "When the going gets weird,
the weird turned pro.
we'll see you next week."